I placed this class of reining horses 2, 3, 1, 4. 2 obviously won the class for me due to his lack of penalties. He was a very free-moving horse in his circles and showed an obvious difference in speed as he went from faster circles to slower circles. Horse 3 placed second because he had great stops. I grant that he had great stops, but he had a much higher head and had obvious rider direction. The bottom pair was placed, horse 1 placed over horse 4 because of horse 4 being obviously below average compared to the other horses. Because of these reasons, I placed this class 2, 3, 1, 4. Thank you.
Hi, I placed this class of reining horses 2, 1, 3, 4, finding 2 to be the most controlled and best and most willing of the class, and placing 4 on the bottom for being the least broke and for showing less aggressiveness. Beginning with the top pair, I placed 2 over 1. 2 has a looser rein and yet still shows prompt willingness to a rider's cues. It shows aggressiveness and drive both in circles and runs. Although it's faster and has fewer penalties from overturning, I do grant 1 with being having a better pivot foot on the spins. Moving to the middle pair, I placed 1 over 3. 1 shows better speed variance between the large and small circles. It has better spins with a more stable pivot foot, and it is faster and lower. It is also less resistant to the rider. Moving to the bottom pair, I place 3 over 4. 3 is deeper in its stops and shows a faster and more willing when asked to back. I place 4 on the bottom for being the least aggressive, for showing resistance to the rider by mouthing the bit, especially on the stop and back. And also, I place 4 on the bottom for having the most penalties, both from overturning and being out of lead. So therefore, I place this class of horses 2, 1, 3, 4. Thank you.
After reviewing the results of this reining pattern, I placed this class 3, 1, 2, 4. This is definitely a pairs class where I placed horses 3 and 1 as my top pair. They both showed good speed differences in their circles, and they both performed good spins. Where they were low, they had a good pivot foot, and they showed speed. They also performed good slides and rollbacks where they were deep and they were quick. I also penalized horse 3 for underspinning in the left spins, and I also penalized horse 1 for overspinning by a quarter in the right spins. I placed horse 3 over 1 because he demonstrated better qualities in his maneuvers. My bottom pair horses 2 and 4 were not as ideal as horses 3 and 1. They were poor in their spins, they didn't have a good pivot foot, and they did not have as much speed. They also demonstrated poor slides and rollbacks. They were not as deep and they weren't quick. Horse 4 also trotted a stride coming out of his right rollback. Each horse showed different qualities in each maneuvers. In this case, horses 3 and 1 did not have as many penalty points as horses 2 and 4. This is why I placed the class 3, 1, 2, 4. Thank you.
I judged a class of reining horses. I placed the class 1, 2, 3, 4. I placed 1 over 2 because he ate up ground really quickly. He really performed his fast circle as well, and he had very good lead changes. I placed 2 over 3 because 2 had very good control. 2 could cover ground very quickly, and he stayed low to the ground and he performed his fast circles. Finally, I placed 3 over 4 because 4 stumbled a few times throughout the maneuver. The rider of 4 had very little control over her horse, and horse 4 could have gotten lower when he performed his fast circles. And so this is why I placed class 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you.
Ma'am, I placed this class of reining horses 2, 3, 1, 4. I think that 4 set the standard for this class. I found him to be very aggressive and perform with great athleticism. He was consistent and uniform in his circles while performing great flying weight changes. I placed 2 over 3 because found 3 to lack frame and be less consistent in his circles. Bringing this to my middle pair, I placed 3 over 2 because I found that, 3 over 1, because I found that 1 was less consistent and needed more guidance from the rider. Lastly, I placed 1 over 4 because I found 4 to be unwilling to participate in this class and found that he was less consistent as the others and needed more guidance.